Now look guys, I've been known to cut it pretty close. Sometimes even really close. But today was like, I was 20 seconds away from staying in Gunnison tonight. Woo! Did it! Hey guys, this is Jace and welcome to episode 133 of my road show. I've got a lot to get into, so let's get right to it. Y'all, this day started out pill-poppingly, wrist-slashingly, paint-huffingly, bleach-drinkingly horrible. And then like 90s Dan Marino, it came off at the last second. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. Late yesterday evening, my wife broke the tailgate on her Toyota and we were all freaking out because the glasses broke and the thing is bent and we didn't know what was going on. So what ended up happening was we were going to take it to the shop and rent a car and all this other stuff, but because it was late in the evening, none of that was gonna happen. So what I ended up having to do this morning is get up at 3 in the morning, take an Uber from my house to downtown Colorado Springs, catch a bus from there to downtown Denver, and then have my boss pick me up to go to work this morning. And I was still only an hour and a half late. And I don't know if you remember from the last episode, I've still got that front tire to deal with. It just never ends, man. I've got to get that left front tire dealt with because there's a flat spot on it now, and every time you go over 45 miles an hour, it just goes. So we're here at the tire shop. You know, despite everything I've already gone through this morning. Jeez, dude. Oh my God. I thought about putting a camera up, but it's like, you know, there's other bus people and the driver, and like walking around Union Station in Denver and having to figure out which end of the building my boss was on. It's, you know, dude, no, I'm good. I will just describe the heartache to you. So let me run in here and see if they can slap some tires on this bitch, and then we can go back to the yard, load up, and get the hell out of here. Get me in right now. I love when that happens. Oh my God. I swear to God that door was open wide enough, but apparently not. Jesus Christ, man. What else is gonna freaking happen to me today? I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that. Wow. Now that we've dealt with all that bull crap, it's time to get my butt back in the yard and start putting the stuff on the truck. We can't worry about this. We have to worry about what's in front of us, not what's behind us. We are leaving the yard extremely late at 11 a.m. Given the circumstances, I don't think that's too bad. I was super late getting to work because I had to take public transportation. And then I had to immediately hit the yard and go get a tire, which I did. And then they didn't have the door up far enough, and I hit their door and broke it. And then I had to come back and put the stuff on the truck. And I'm thinking to myself, man, boss man's gonna fire me any second. Despite the fact that I've been working for him for nearly 13 years without much incident. I don't know, man. It's only 11 o'clock and it's been a freaking day, man. Holy crap. Cannot believe it just snowballs on me like this. I feel like I'm handling it relatively well. Ordinarily, I'd have my blood pressure spiking and I'd already be screaming at everything, but I haven't screamed once today. Wait a minute. Have I? No, I haven't screamed once today. Now that we've gotten on the road with our stuff, everything found, everything checked, I didn't forget anything. My big concern is clearing Gunnison before everybody closes. And just like last week, we have one in Delta and one in Montrose. In fact, the one in Montrose is even the same one that I did last week. The guy that I knew doesn't work there anymore, so maybe it won't be so bad because he was always off site and I had to wait for him to come back to operate a forklift. Apparently, they've got a guy in the office that sort of knows how to drive a forklift and is always in the office, so maybe that business won't be so bad. Also stacking up on the problem list, we have Alamosaaaaaa yet again. I am so tired of seeing Alamosaaaaaa on my pick tickets. It's like, it wouldn't be so bad if they didn't close early. If they shut that gate at precisely 5 o'clock, I would not have a problem. But there's a lot of times I'm rolling through there at 4:30, 4:45, and I turn the corner and their gate is closed. Fun fact, the last time I complained about their gate being closed, that short got almost 5,700 views. What's really not helping me right now is last night after we got done cleaning up the aftermath of my wife messing up her car, we got a hold of the insurance and all the stuff happened. We're trying to figure out what we're going to do with everybody's transportation. I still had to do a whole kitchen's worth of dishes because we worked the jewelry show all weekend and I didn't do it. I needed dinner and a shower and a pack, and all I got done was packing in a shower. So I am literally starving to death right now, but I haven't had a chance at all to eat anything. So I am running on coffee and spite right now. It's first world problems. Come say that to my face so I can fart directly in your mouth. The reprieve that I do get is we're in a curtain truck. So any of the little spotty rain, sleet kind of stuff going on up in the high country, we're not going to have to worry about. Because guess what? We're in a curtain truck. Just as long as we clear all 3 stops in Chaffee County before I run out of receivers, I'm going to be in good shape. Was for 9 boards. And the guy receiving it's like, no, man, I think we ordered 10, so let me go back in the office and check, because he has to go in the office to get POs, and it's like, I don't have time for this, man. I think it's going to be a 3-day. I think we're going to be stopped in Gunnison and then have to go to Delta Montrose Telluride, Durango, and we're going to miss Alamosaaaaaa. That's what I think is going to happen. I've still got a drop here in town to make. I mean, it's only 1 board, but that's still, the time it takes to stop and open the curtain and hand them a board. And this is not looking good, guys. In all honesty, I should be looking at the bright side of everything and looking at the weather and saying, look, what a beautiful day it is to be out here doing this. It's hard to bounce back from everything that started happening to me since last night. It is difficult to put that into perspective. But on the other hand, look what a beautiful day it is to be out doing this. By my calculations, I've got about a 6-minute window to get down to Gunnison before they close. Now my other stop in Gunnison, I think they'll let me just throw it over the fence because it's small. But we're going to find out, man. It's going to be razor thin margin if we make it. If we don't make it, them's the breaks. I'm trying to, as much as humanly possible, but it's looking very unlikely. And I really can't expect to call in any more favors as recently as I've called in favors already. I like to give it about a month before I pull crap like that. So if we don't make it, we don't make it. I'm not calling anybody. I just got done saying that I wasn't going to call anybody, and I'm like looking at what time it is, and I'm like, you know what? So I called the last stop in Gunnison, and I asked them if I could just throw it over their fence, and they're like, yeah, that's cool. So we'll make it to my first stop in Gunnison with about 6 or 7, 8 minutes to spare. And the one on the flip side is just going to let me throw it over, so we'll be good. As long as Mr. Speed Limit McSpeed Limit up here doesn't decide to slow us all down, which he might. Some of these townies, they look in their rearview mirror and they see a mile-long line of cars behind them. They're like, well, here, let me just go down to 48 miles an hour. 45 miles an hour. And then we're all going like this around him, and he's just looking at us like, hey, 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 as we go by. It's like, it's maddening. Maddening, I tell you. So maddening, in fact, that when I pass somebody like that, and I look over and I look at their stupid look on their face, I usually go like this and flip them off underneath the door sill so they can't see me do it. But I still get to do it. For all you Dungeons and Dragons people out there, this is exactly how I imagine Paladins would drive. Lawful good, letter of the law. They don't even go the speed limit. They go one under. It's like, lawful good is annoying. Dude, I'm like chaotic neutral at best. Freaking people. This black Subaru right here. That's the guy that was holding up all the traffic. I am deadly do-right. Oh, it's annoying. Well, we made it, but just barely. They had closed one of their gates, locked it, but they hadn't closed the other one. So I snuck in there. I was like, Roxy said it was okay. And they're like, yeah, we know. It's all good. So we are headed to Montrose. As long as I don't do something stupid, CDOT doesn't do something stupid, the state troopers don't do anything stupid, or anybody else do anything stupid, we'll be home tomorrow night. It'll be late, but we'll be home. That's all I care about. Tomorrow we got stops in Delta, one here in town, one in Telluride, one in Durango, one in Pagosa, and then that one in Alamosaaaaaa, and then I can go home. Anyway, that's all I've got for you tonight. I'll see you in the next one. It was like skin of my... Oh, I almost fell. Hang on, let me do that again. Late last evening... Why does that sound funny now? Of course it sounds funny. Hoggy glues, bonking, clang, and clang. Okay. Ooh, yeah. Oh, man. This day started out wrist-slashingly, oven in the head. All right, Harley boy, you calm down out there. Excuse me while I cough up a lung.